Hello, lovely people. A very good day to all of you. I trust that you're doing well wherever you are. By the grace of God, I'm also doing fine. My name is Lois. I'm host of the Relevant Woman Talk Show on YouTube. Today, I want us to talk about how we can actually use our fears as fuel for change. Yes, we can use our fears as fuel for change. That's what we're going to talk about now. Thank you to all of my viewers. You guys have been very awesome, and very grateful to all of you, including my subscribers and everybody who takes time out to comment and share everything that I do on the Relevant Woman Talk Show pages on social media. If you haven't subscribed yet, at this point I want to encourage you to please hit the subscription button, the red one there. Thank you. Okay, so how can we use our fears as fuel for the change that we envision for our lives? As women, we experience a lot of things. We go through a whole lot of things that causes us to be very vulnerable. Our relationship issues, our family issues, health issues, our job, employment issues, financial issues, a whole lot, religious, political, and all that. All of these things cause us fear. As a result, we find ourselves being worried, anxious, unstable, very chaotic. No one wants to be in a fearful position. I certainly don't want to be in that position, and I know you don't also. And your fear will cripple you. It will cripple you to the extent that you know that you don't like where you are. You know that where you are is very uncomfortable for you, but you just can't seem to find the strength to carry yourself out of that place. Your fear will box you into some corner somewhere. You know in your closet that you're a great singer. You know you're a great artist. You know that you're a great speaker. You know you can dance very well. But only you know it in the closet of your room because of fear. Because of fear that you will not be accepted. Because of fear that you will be chastised. Because of fear that you will be mocked and laughed at. You decide to box yourself into a corner. And there you're somewhere. Because of fear, you realize that you are imprisoned. You wait for so many years for a man to come into your life. This man actually comes and you realize that this man is not the best for you. But for fear that if I let this man go, who else? For fear that if I let this man go, when again? For fear that for the things that you've done in the relationship with a man. I'm going to say some sensitive things here right now. For example, you might have done a couple of abortions with this particular man and you're thinking, oh my God, if I get out of this relationship right now, am I going to meet another person? I better stay in this man. He may be beating you. He may be forcing you to do things that you don't want to do, but you are so afraid. Imprisoned. That is fear. You feel so unfulfilled. Imagine that you're in your 30s and all of your friends, they are getting married, they're getting jobs. Some of them are in their own houses. Some of them are driving their cars. They have their children. They've gone to school. Their businesses are flourishing for them in your sight. And because of fear, when will I also get this? So you fail to appreciate even the little achievements that you have been able to achieve for yourself. Fear makes you feel so unfulfilled, very frustrated. Frustration is something that it's very difficult. You're frustrated, you know your problem, but you just don't know what step to take. Frustration, fear. But today, I want to encourage you that fear, that emotion that you are feeling can actually be fuel for motivation to drive you forward into your desired destination, to your desired vision, to your desired place that you have dreamed and seen for yourself through the eye of faith, if you will only be able to use your fear as fuel, you will drive forward. Let's get it straight. Fear is not entirely wrong, but for the fear of heights, we will be walking off 10-story buildings. Yes, fear sometimes helps us to stay safe. For the fear of being burned, when we see fire, we don't go close to it. Yes. So at this point, if you're feeling motivated and inspired already, why don't you hit the subscription button? Thank you. You need to take action. Action. What are those actions? 1, recognize your fears. Recognize that thing that causes you fear. One person can go through a whole series of fear. Fear from work, fear from marriage, from the home, fear from, your health. Something in church may be causing you fear. Something out there can be causing anything. One person can be experiencing different phases of fear. You need to sit down and recognize exactly what is causing what fear you are feeling. You take time to slow down. Whenever you feel fear, note that it is a moment for you to slow down. When you feel afraid, it is time to slow down. You know why? When you slow down, when you pause for a little, you realize that things begin to settle. Fear is like when a bowl of water and sand has been mixed together, so chaotic, muddy, everywhere. But if you put that same water mixed with sand, you put it down, you realize that after a day or two, all the sand settles down and you begin to see clearly. So anytime you feel that you are afraid, kindly take some time out and slow down. If it is a relationship, slow down. You don't necessarily have to get out of the relationship, but you need to slow down. Take things easily. When you do that, 3, you will be able to think introspectively and to reflect upon yourself and exactly what is going on. When you slow down, you realize you can think well. Then you will start to know, okay, this is what caused it. This is what caused that. This is what, for example, you realize that anytime you get close to a man, you're fearful. You feel so anxious. You feel uncomfortable. You can slow down and think, why is this causing me so much fear when I get close to a man or an environment where there are a lot of men? Then you can remember that, when I was a child, I was molested. That is why. And it will lead you to the next step 4, that is, you make strategic and intentional choices. In this instance, you decide that, I will go close to men, but not all out. When I have to be around men, maybe I have to have a friend or 2 around me. And I'll take my communication with men one step at a time, so that gradually you can be able to diffuse all the fear out of you. Getting out of your fear is a process. And when you take your time to think introspectively, you realize that you can take strategic and intentional decisions. Yes. And let me tell you something. when it comes to strategic thinking, intentional thinking, intentional choices, you think about your future. Have you envisioned yourself into what you want to be? Have you seen the future? Have you closed your eyes and gone into your future and realized who you are? Think upon the future. Anytime you feel fear will draw you back, if not keep you stagnant. But when you think about your future, you will realize that you have this strength. Oh, I have envisioned myself as a great woman. So anytime I feel fear of things that are trying to draw me back, I close my eyes and I think onto that beautiful picture of myself in my future. And that gives me strength. You can do the same for yourself. Envision yourself, envision your future, see yourself in your future. When you do that regularly, you will notice that anytime you feel fear, you don't let the fear overtake you, because you are on your way to a beautiful future. Yes, it may be in your mind, but gradually you will work towards getting it. 2, concentrate on the things that you can control. Very, very important. A lot of things are going on and we cannot control everything. But the things that we can control, basically our own actions and our own reactions. We can't control how people treat us. We can't control how people will think about us. We cannot control what people will say to us and what people will not say to us. We can't control people's reactions and actions towards us. But our own reactions, our own actions, we can control that. Focus on the things that you can control. Focus on the things that you can control. And thirdly, think like a great person. Think like a great person. Think like a great person. When you feel afraid, think of people who have succeeded in life, like KFC, like McDonald's, like Facebook, like Albert Einstein. All those people were also afraid. They started doing something. When will I see light? Eventually, after so many trials and errors, finally he saw light. The same applies to you. After so many trials and failures, you will see your light. Only if you think like a great person. Great people do not give up. Think like a champion. Think like a champion. Think like a winner, holding your cup and wearing your medal. Think like a champion. Anytime you feel afraid, think of yourself as in a 100-meter race. When you start that race, you don't start thinking, what if I lose? No, you think, what if I win? How glorious it's going to be. And you realize that all of your fears are just in your mind. All of your fears are just in your mind. Before I leave you, 2 things. Always think about the positive what ifs. What if I win? What if I overcome? What if it will be glorious? And never about the negative what ifs. What if I fail? What if I'm rejected? No. Anytime you feel afraid, anytime you feel fear, use it as fuel to motivate you, to drive you into that change, into that future that you have envisioned for yourself. Before I sign off finally, I want to encourage you to follow us, Relevant Woman Talk Show, on YouTube and on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel. We have valuable things that are relevant for you, tools, information that is relevant for you. I encourage you to subscribe and share it. And let us all come on board as women. We don't have to bond in suffering. We need to bond in success. We need to bond in success. And to achieve that success collectively as women, we need to overcome our fears by using them as fuel to motivate the change that we want to see. Stay blessed. The Lord be with you and be a relevant woman wherever you are. God bless you.